What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, saints and ainks? Welcome to Lactic Acid. I'm your host, Dominique Smith. Today, I am super pumped to have one of the founding legends of Villanova, University, not even just track and field and cross country, but just in general. I honestly was looking back at the list of high-key impressive people, and I think you have to be right under Jay Wright. Shout out to him. But now she has moved from the east to the west side, doing big things, just signed with Union Athletic Club, and she is a big-time baller, shot caller, and she is on our show today. She is none other than Miss McKenna Keegan. How are you doing? Appreciate you coming on the show.
Oh, of course. Thank you for having me. I am doing well. It's a sunny day here so far in Portland, which is very exciting. It was raining the past couple of days, so the sun's out. And fall is finally happening, so the leaves are changing. So can't ask for much more. It's a very nice day here.
Wow. I didn't know that the sun was capable of shining.
I know.
So, okay. So we go from it's always sunny in Philadelphia to always sunny in
I think
Oregon,
sometimes sunny. I think
sometimes sunny.
Rain's coming. I think I'll get used to the rain pretty quickly.
Yeah, it has the consistency of a sunny side up egg. So
yeah,
we hope for better days. She is from Villanova. And so I mentioned to you right before, I have a gripe with Villanova because my two teams are Ohio State football and North Carolina basketball. And Chris Jenkins hitting that shot still just puts a stake in my soul.
Understandable.
But it was well deserved. I enjoy watching.
It was quite the shot. I do have to say, it was quite the shot he made that year.
Yeah, I wish it didn't happen.
Yeah,
that was so bad. His cousin is on North Carolina, and
I know
he has to hit the game with a shot. But Villanova's a great program. Don't know who the coach is. Don't know who the coach is now. I know Jay Wright had to peace out, but great program. It seems like a lot of great people there. Evidence because I'm interviewing one of the legends, like I said, to start the show. So I've been asking this question because we are now in fall, and this episode will be released in November. So let's just say, Yankee Candle and Food Network got together. So, we need to invest in this homie McKenna Keegan because she's a baller. She is legendary, and we need to celebrate her amazingness to kick off. Well, really not kick off, but to be a part of this holiday season. So we need to do something special where she's concerned. So we want to create a custom campaign that centers around her awesomeness. So Yankee Candle was like, you know what? We're going to make a custom candle for her. Whatever scent she wants, she tells us the word, and we're going to do it. Food Network was like, okay, listen, we need to be a part of this too. We're going to do two things. We want her to be a part of any holiday championship that she chooses. She's the judge. She gets to run how it's organized, coordinated, all that stuff. It's up to her. And she can custom make a pizza or a burger to be put on any menu in any restaurant in the United States of America. So what we need from you is the scent of the candle, the kind of show you want to host, whatever the pizza or burger, and here's the kicker, we need the name of the entire promotion.
Oh gosh. Oh, this is a lot. Okay. So the scent of the candle. Well, if it's around the holidays, this is everybody would probably say this. I like the pumpkin spice, vanilla scents. So I know. I'll try and think of something better.
No. That's fine. It's just if anyone's listened to the show, I have made it very clear how much I hate pumpkin. I wish it would somebody sign a law. Just I hate pumpkin, but that's just a personal preference. But we're gonna go pumpkin spice latte, whatever that you chose.
But I also really love vanilla scented things, so I could veer towards that more. And I mean, or a cinnamony, cinnamony vanilla, something like that. I love fall flavors and then
Oh, yeah.
leading into like the holiday season. And then what for pizza? So I actually there was a place called Snap Pizza by school, and I would always get the same create your own pizza. It's pretty basic, but I always just got red sauce with shredded mozzarella, spinach, chicken, and then at the end a balsamic glaze on top. So that was always my go-to.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was always my go-to pizza. So that question was a pretty easy one for me because I get that every time I go to like a create your own pizza place. And then the third one, what kind of show would I want to host? Was that the third question? Oh gosh. I feel like a game show could be cool. I don't know what kind of game show, but I love competition. I guess part of the reasons I like running and racing is because of the competition aspect. So I feel like I would be very into hosting some sort of competitive game show of
That's
some
a
sort.
good one.
I think that is what I would really enjoy, because I would definitely get into it. I would definitely get into the games and the people competing and stuff like that.
That's a really good. Food Network. I don't know where y'all. Somebody from Food Network needs to be listening to this. That is a great idea that they do not have. Like, we have holiday baking championships, Halloween or holiday baking championships, the Christmas cookie challenges, and all that stuff. But they just started a game show with Guy Fieri or whatever, and it's like Guy's Big Night or whatever. So like a holiday version of that is. That's genius. See,
like
that's
holiday desserts or something. I don't know, some game show revolving around holiday desserts. I think it sounds. I think it sounds like it could be good.
I'm down with that. Now here's the tough one. What are we calling this whole thing?
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna change it up a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna change it up because I'm gonna change it up. So forget. I just want the name of the pizza. What would you call the name of the pizza? Because that would be tough to do the show and the candle. So I'll just give you the pizza.
I know, it's a lot of different things coming together into one. The name of the pizza. I don't know. Well, it's my go-to, so maybe the go-to, or like the classic, or because it's not super crazy. It's not like some super crazy lot of ingredients. So I feel like I want the name to be something simple. I don't know. Creativity is not really my strong suit.
I would just call it the basic or basic wonder.
Basic, okay. I'll go with that.
Basic wonder.
It is pretty. I would say it's pretty simple, pretty basic. It's not, but it tastes really good. I'm a big fan of it.
I don't do spinach on pizza.
Okay, I've gotten that before.
But that is something that I would definitely like try, because here's the thing. This is unique and this is creative, because when you do spinach on pizza, everybody does white sauce. Like, nobody does red sauce. And so
yeah, that's true.
I like that. Like, I really like that. Okay, so we'll call it Basic Wonder, and then we will call the entire promotion wow. I know. That is, as of late, I asked this question and then I try to think of something while the guests are thinking of something, and it's been stumping me. Like, I can't even think of anything, because I was thinking of Winter Wonderland or something like that, but pumpkin is not really a winter scent.
I guess we could always take the pumpkin out. We could make it like more of but I feel like still vanilla, cinnamon. That's not really like a super wintry scent either.
It can be. It can be.
That's true.
It can be. So, okay, listen, I'm not mad at it. We're going to actually, you know what? The people who are creating this little shindig, they get paid more than you and I, so we're going to let them come up with that.
They can come up with the name.
Yeah, they can come up with the name and do the promotion and all that fun stuff. But yes, that is, heck, I may try that pizza next time I'm at Blaze Pizza. Like, I'm not even going to lie to you. I might try that. Yeah. All right, let's get into the nitty gritty.
Okay.
You are an official baller. Like, if you look at the things that you accomplished at Villanova, it was legit. I remember watching your 800 race.
Oh, really?
Yes. And I felt the pain. Like, I was like, ooh, I'm just like, I threw, like, everybody who listens to this show knows, and I'll probably mention it a couple times. Throwing is my background. That's what I did. I coached throws in high school, threw in high school and all that stuff. So when somebody says we're running more than 100 meters, that's punishment to me. And you came in second place, and that was a crazy race. And it was just like the cherry on top. You've accomplished so much. You've had really great seasons. And now you are with the big league at the Union Athletic Club. So the first question I have, what's it been like going from Pennsylvania to Oregon? Because that is kind of, I mean, that's a little big. That's a little big.
I mean, it was definitely a transition at first, and leading up to it, I was obviously a little nervous. My whole family is on the East Coast in the Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland area. My extended family, aunts and uncles, and everything like that. So I kind of grew up just having family around all the time. And then I came out here and I don't really know a lot of people. But I knew coming out here, at least I would have built-in community with the team. And I've learned just in the short month that I've been here that the Portland track community is also very strong, and they really appreciate our team, and they really appreciate the sport of running. So having that support, I think, will be really cool over the next couple of years. But I mean, so far so good. I really don't have any complaints. I've really enjoyed the team, the people that I've met on the team, and everybody out here, just in general, has been friendly and nice. But yeah, it was definitely a leap of faith coming out here. Just a big change. I was at Villanova. Grew up in Pennsylvania, so I figured now was a better time than ever to try something new and see how it goes. And I mean, obviously we can't run forever at this level. You can't run competitively forever. And I was super grateful for the opportunity to be brought about and for me to be given this chance. So I was kind of let's just go for it, see what happens. And so far so good. I don't have any complaints. It's been going well. So I guess that's good.
What kind of made you venture out? What was it about the Union Athletic Club that was okay, I need to, outside of just, the prestige that comes with it. But why do you think it was a good fit for you to even venture out?
Yeah, well, what you said, obviously the prestige of the club, their accomplishments kind of speak for itself. And I talked to the head coach, Pete Julian, and I talked to Sonia O'Sullivan. Sonia was also a Villanova grad. She's the assistant coach here. So there's a little bit of comfort in that, which was nice. And then, I mean, they have amazing facilities out here. We're based out of the Nike headquarters. So being able to use all of that. But I think kind of for me personally, I was if I'm going to take this jump, to go pro and get to the next level, I want to give myself the best opportunity and the best chance to do that, and surround myself with like-minded people, similar people. They want to be great at this sport, and they want to reach the next level, and they want to achieve big things. And I think that this group kind of had that mindset, and they were recently formed kind of over the past 2 years. So it is a newer group, but I think it's really cool that I'll be able to be a part of something. And I think that they have a super bright outlook and a super bright future. So I think it's a very cool opportunity to be able to join in on that and kind of help grow this group. But yeah, I think just being surrounded by people that have similar mindsets of wanting to reach the next level and be great is super important. And they've all been so supportive of me since I've been out here. And that's kind of just what I was looking for. I wanted to join a team. I knew I wanted to join a team and have people to train with. And this just seemed like a really good fit.
Your family is I don't even I'm trying to figure out the most talented. You're almost like the LeBron James kind of family when it comes to athletes. Like there's everybody in that family is an athlete. Who else is like, there's so many families, and for whatever reason, my mind's drawn blank, but your parents, were great athletes, and
Mhm.
and then you jumped in, to the mix. I know they attended Villanova and everything. So who's the best in the family? I know you're competitive, so I'm curious. So who's the best? This is a safe space, so you can tell me the truth.
I don't know. I mean, my uncle Mike ran at Villanova, my mom's brother, and he was good. He was one of the reasons. I mean, I looked at Villanova. He knew the coach and stuff, so I mean, he was very talented. I don't know. I mean, anytime that we do any sort of like game or anything, I would say everybody, including like my extended family, like cousins, aunts, and uncles. I come from a very competitive family, so any sort of activity when it comes to competition, like we're all in. Like depending on what it is, like we will go after it hardcore. Like we're very competitive people. But I guess it running, I would say I have done well, but then in other sports, like I have cousins who play lacrosse and I never picked up a lacrosse stick in my life. So I would look like a fool out on the field compared to them. And then I have cousins that play soccer, like stuff like that. So I guess we all do different sports. I would say my family mainly, we're the only ones that focus like a lot of their time on running. Like my older sister ran in college, and then my two younger sisters, one ran in high school and one's still in high school, and she runs. And I guess I don't know why we were out of like all of my cousins and stuff, we were the ones that focused mainly on it. But yeah, I guess I just came from a competitive family, and I would say we're all good. I don't know.
That's a modest answer. But here's the thing: you're the pro. So
yeah,
that's man. I don't know. Actually, I would love like to see a live stream of like a Connect Four, like NCAA tournament kind of deal.
Oh
like,
yeah.
because I bet that is intense, man.
Yeah.
But no, it's interesting because I found out that you were a baller on the pitch as well when you played soccer in high school.
Oh, I did. Yes, I did play soccer in high school, which I credit honestly playing soccer, balancing soccer and track. I like give that balance a lot of credit. So I think that I was able to like kind of get this far with running because I wasn't all in with running at a young age. I give a lot of credit to my parents for like instilling like balance and wanting me to try different sports and not just like focusing on one. And they kind of gave us the freedom to like decide and choose what we wanted to do. And I loved soccer growing up. Like I loved that sport. I played on like a travel team and I played all throughout high school. And then I transitioned just to focus on running in college. But I loved soccer. It was one of my favorite sports for sure growing up.
You mentioned something, and I'm going to ask that specific question in just a second, but I have to ask all the soccer nerds because I'm a soccer nerd too.
Okay.
My squads are, Barcelona and
Okay.
Liverpool. So, I gotta rep the Reds.
Okay.
But who's better, Messi or Ronaldo?
Oh. I don't know. I would feel. I feel like I had watched like Ronaldo more, so I would lean. Oh, you don't like that answer?
Well, here's the thing. I know that you have to say Ronaldo because of Nike, but that's fair. You've watched Ronaldo more, and yeah, you think he's better. Okay,
yeah. But I would say honestly, growing up, I probably watched more women's. I love the women's national team growing up, like watching their games in the Olympics and the World Cups. That's like the people I like idolized watching growing up, which is important, I guess. Very important. So I would say that for me, I mainly would watch women's soccer and the women's national team as I was growing up.
Did you watch the 2011 World Cup?
Well, probably. I forgot. I
Okay.
like am not good at keeping all of the years
Okay,
straight.
so 2000 and okay, so let me see if I get it right. So 2011 was when Abby Wambach had that insane header.
Oh, in like the last minute from
Yeah.
I think the cross was it from Alex Morgan or Megan Rapinoe? One of
Megan Rapinoe.
Megan Rapinoe. Yeah. Yes,
And
I did watch
Ali Krieger kicked in the game-winning PK. That got me invested in women's soccer because I was having heart palpitations like watching that. That was crazy. And over the years, that's the thing, they dominate. Like 2012 was domination, and even like I know they've kind of had ups and downs in the Olympics, but I remember it's like the whole world. I think it was 2014 when Carly Lloyd had like 32 goals in that last in a championship.
Oh yeah,
game.
I think she had 3 or 4. Yeah, they won by like 5 to something, maybe 2.
Oh God, it was like 7 or something when they beat the brakes off of Japan. I think
and it was
5.
like one after the other.
Yeah, and then she kicked a goal. She scored a goal from like 70 yards out, which was like the most insane. Yes. I can do that on FIFA, but I can't do that.
In real life. That's a whole new story.
In real life, who would you kind of model your game after as a soccer player?
I played outside mid or up top, so I would say I like followed Alex Morgan a lot growing up, or kind of the 3 we've been talking about. I don't know if I would model my game after them, but I would say I followed like Alex Morgan, Megan Rapinoe, or Abby Wambach growing up, but that was because
okay, we're back. My computer decided to have a hissy fit and tell me I'm out of storage, but we were talking about soccer.
Oh yeah.
And so the question that I had, because you were telling me, you played, midfielder and up top. So it sounds like you were a goal scorer. You score goals.
I mean, I would like to, I did my best to. That was my job. I don't know if I always succeeded, but that was my job. But yeah, that's, I think, why I liked it so much. I never really played defense. I think when I was in middle school, maybe I played defense a little bit, but I think it was mainly because I had some speed, so I could get back quick if we needed it. But I think that was just kind of to try it out. But moving forward, when I was playing travel or in high school, it was always, outside mid or up top. But scoring goals was definitely the most fun part of the game. That's for sure.
So you mentioned something interesting. You credit soccer, kind of, with, your progression in track and field. There's been this ongoing debate, should kids be stuck in one sport and try to develop through that, or should they play multiple sports? And I've always been on the side of you need to play as many sports as you can, because A, you develop your athleticism, but B, it prevents burnout. So I'm curious about your overall, thoughts based on your experience. I know you kind of alluded to it helping you, but
I mean, based on my personal experience, I tried a lot growing up. Like I was doing stuff in the summer, springs, fall, winter. And like I said, I credit my parents to a lot of that because, like I said, they didn't pressure us to try anything specific. They just wanted us to be involved in something, just to try and find things we like, things we don't like. And even if it wasn't sports, that was fine. But for me and my sisters, that's kind of just what we were drawn to was athletics and sports. But I personally am so glad that I tried so many different things growing up. And like I said, I didn't focus on track and only track until college. And for me personally, I think if I didn't do that, I don't know if I would be where I am today. And again, this is my personal experience, so I know that other things work for other people, but for me personally, I needed the balance. I needed other things in my life besides running, because I think sometimes if you get so honed in on just one thing, and if only one thing defines your success, I think if something doesn't go right in that aspect of your life, it can kind of throw everything off. So for me, I loved that I was able to just put my focus on so many different things. And then obviously when it got more serious, when I was in college, it was nice to be able to put a little more focus on running. And I think that obviously helped me get better throughout the years. But yeah, I mean, I personally think it's important to try different things and to try and find what you like and to not be pressured into something just because you feel like you have to do it. And I'm really glad that I grew up in a house where I could kind of choose what I wanted to do and choose what sports or what activities I would like best. And for me, soccer and running just kind of came out on top, and then running eventually was what I ultimately chose, and I'm glad I did,
Yeah.
because it's been able to like give me some really cool opportunities and meet some really cool people. But yeah, I'm glad that I didn't just run my entire life.
You preached a word there. Gonna have to call you pastor, because that was something
Oh.
that was something Pastor Keegan with the word on this day. So let's shift gears from the track into another topic. What are 3 things that people do not know about McKenna Keegan?
3 things people don't know about me. I guess one, I've kind of talked about this. I come from a very big family. My mom is one of 6 and my dad is one of 5. So it's like 30-ish people on each side. So that is one thing. I come from a very big family and love them all. And I think it's a defining part about me, a defining characteristic is how important family is to me. So that's one thing, big family. 2, I don't know. 3, I don't know. Like, I like reality television. That's something. I don't know if people know that about me, but I like watching reality TV. Not all of the shows, but some shows. 3, the third thing about me. This is, I don't know. I'm trying to think of something interesting. I guess I don't have a lot of interesting things. I have 3 sisters. I don't have any brothers. I'm a family of 4 girls. That's something, I guess.
Almost every runner that have come on the show, and we are nearing 50 episodes and the 1-year anniversary of this show. I think when this might be the 1-year anniversary show. It might be. I don't know. But I can tell you.
I'm honored.
Yes. So this is actually, thank you for being the guest of honor on the 1-year anniversary of Lactic Acid. Started from the bottom, now we're here. But almost every single freaking distance runner and vaulter, and y'all love reality television. I don't understand.
I guess maybe it's because like sometimes a lot of our life is like recovery and rest, and TV is a good way, I guess, to pass that time. So you kind of got to find what works for you. I mean, I don't watch just reality TV. I love other Netflix shows or anything like that, but I feel like reality TV, it's like the most consistent, like season after season, and the most popular. So I just feel like there's more options maybe.
That's fair. That is fair. And then what I was told is, you guys are relatively, being just the distance community in general, are relatively drama-free people.
That's true. That is
so
true. I agree.
Like
so that brings the drama into our lives.
Yeah, so that thrill, that adrenaline rush, you can like live vicariously through the mess that's on these television shows. So what are your go-to reality television shows?
Yeah, see, this is an interesting question because I feel like there's like different categories of reality TV. Like you can be a bachelor person, which like I'm not really like. It's like, I wouldn't say that's like my go. Like I haven't watched the last couple of seasons, so I feel like that's like a category. Then there's like Bravo, like
the Housewives.
Yeah, the Housewives, which like some I do watch. I don't watch all of them. There's like a lot of different. There's a lot of different.
Oh yeah, it's
I would
messy.
say those are like those shows that I think they're so entertaining. I'm like, I can't imagine this like being my life. I would say those are like some of the most drama filled episodes for sure.
That is an interesting point you made about categories. So we have Bravo, and the locations. Just learned with Sage Hurdle when she came on the show that, I mean, they're going across the water in Dubai.
Yeah, they are. I saw that. I haven't really watched any of those episodes, but I would say for reality TV, I'm probably like, I would go Bravo is like my little, like, I'm a category. I would call myself a Bravo category.
So you're in the Bravo category. So there's the Bachelor category, there's the Bravo category.
And then you have just like
there's the Lifetime category.
Oh yeah.
Married at First Sight and
I forgot about those.
There
a lot of like dating reality TV. I would say like there's like the Love Is Blind, Love Island, like that kind of stuff. I don't watch any of those though.
And then there's like the Survivor, like reality shows and stuff like that. And then there's sports, the biggest reality television show of them all.
Yes, I love watching sports, and I'm a big Philly sports fan, and they're doing well right now.
So shout out to the Phillies who are
and I'm an Eagles fan. They're undefeated, so that's another big.
And the Eagles just made like this massive trade to get Robert Quinn. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, like your GM is Thanos. He's just collecting the Infinity Stones.
So Philly sports are going very well right now, so I'm very happy.
How do you think they're going to fare in the World Series?
I mean, obviously, I'm looking for them to win. Yes. I think if you don't go in with that mindset, then it's not going to work out. So you have to go in saying they're going to win. They're going to do well. They're going to win. They seem to just they find a way to get it done. The last couple of games. I mean, Bryce Harper is unbelievable. I mean, they all are unbelievable, but Bryce Harper I just feel like he's so like locked in, and he's ready to make something special happen, I think. Which I'm excited for.
Yeah. I'm a Mets fan, and I can just tell you, I felt that. Yeah, I'm sorry too. God, I felt that through the screen, thousands of miles away. Dang. But I can tell you that dude scares me. Like he's I don't think locked in is like a strong enough.
I know. It's so impressive what
he's the one dude that if they decide to pitch to him, then he could like put the team on his back.
Well, he did in the last game. He scored that last minute home run, I think it was.
But do you think they're going to pitch to him consistently? Because I think they may try to walk him once or twice, and if that's the case, I mean, obviously everybody else has to step up, but I will listen. I'm not pitching to Bryce Harper. It's too risky.
No, that's a good point. I don't know. I don't know all of this. I don't know all of the statistics about baseball and stuff. So I probably am not like the most knowledgeable person to know all of these things, but all I know is I'm going forward the next couple of days saying Phillies are going to win and they're going to play well. And I think you have to go in with that mindset, or else.
You have to. You're right. Listen,
especially
the champions.
This is the World
Series.
Nothing to lose. Like, they were not expected to get this far. So I'm like, but I appreciate, because they're not playing like they have nothing to lose. They're playing like they belong in each championship, in each series and stuff, which is, I appreciate that, but they were not expected to make it this far. So I think they just go all in and see what happens. That's what they can do.
I'm rooting hard for them.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm rooting hard for them. I'm not a fan of the team they're playing, but I like how locked in they're in. Yeah. And they seem to be having fun. And you have to, you know this as a pro athlete, in order to obtain the most success, yes, it has all the technical stuff, but you got to have fun, man. You have to enjoy
it. Enjoy the process, or else, like, I don't know. What's the point of doing all this if you don't enjoy it?
Is that a Philadelphia thing? Like, everybody's been saying trust the process, and they all come from Pennsylvania.
So the Sixers started saying that.
I know, Joel Embiid.
Yeah, so I think it's just kind of spun off from there. But yeah, I guess it's a Philadelphia thing, just spinning, like, originating from the Sixers and that whole thing. But now I guess you can apply it to all of them. Phillies
To
trust the
everything.
process, Eagles trust the process. I
The
guess it's a
Sixers are
very
still,
applicable term.
yeah, the Sixers are still trusting the process.
Yeah, they're still working on it.
They're still working on it.
Process is still coming together.
The Eagles, man.
Yeah.
Man, shout out. I'm really happy for Jalen Hurts.
So am I, yeah.
I'm really happy for Jalen Hurts, and that defense is stupidly good. Mm-hmm. And they have playmakers on offense. I do have one request to the, staff of Philadelphia. Okay. Give Sanders the ball a little more. Mm-hmm. Give him the ball a little more, because he is the starting running back on my fantasy team.
Okay.
And I've said it.
Personal request.
It's personal. It's personal. My fantasy league, I said it on the last show. If anybody believes in the power of prayer, please pray for my fantasy team.
Yeah.
we started off 3-0 and we're on a 4-game losing streak. So
yeah, maybe this podcast will make it back to the head office at the Eagles.
Maybe
they'll take it into account.
Maybe. I hope so.
I hope so too.
All right. So from what you've seen so far in Portland, from where you came from in Pennsylvania, and then just the areas that you say your family's in, there's some good food in that area.
Yeah.
So how has the food scene impress, depress, rubbed off on you?
I would say everywhere I've gone has been good. I mean, I would say because I guess the city would be Philadelphia, where I would always go to, and the city of Portland is much smaller than Philadelphia, but I would say there's still just there's so many options. Maybe I didn't try as many places in Philly because I'm sure that there was so many different cultural cuisines, but just talking to people, I haven't tried all of them or anything like that, but the amount of cultural cuisine restaurants there are, so many different options and so many different cultures represented throughout these restaurants. I haven't tried nearly any. I've not even I think scratched the surface of how many different restaurants there are, but I've been to a few and I have been impressed with every single one that every single restaurant I've been to. I am in the Beaverton area, so the downtown area is probably 20 minutes away from me, depending on traffic. So I've tried some spots in Beaverton. I've gone into downtown and met people there. But I mean, everything has been good. There's different areas within the city. I haven't tried all of them, more young area, younger areas. And then there's areas more residential, I feel family areas. So I've probably gone to the more younger side and tried those restaurants, but I've heard that there's a lot of good ones in the Northeast and stuff. There's just streets just lined with certain restaurants and stuff. So there's a lot of options. There's a lot of breweries out here. Yeah, I have not really been to any, but there's a lot of but walking around, there's so many breweries. I think if you go further out, there's wineries and stuff like that. But
okay. I did not.
Yeah, I think that they're from what I've heard, breweries are very popular in this area, and I've just seen a lot walking in the city and walking around and stuff. There's just a lot of different options like that.
What makes an authentic Philly cheesesteak?
Okay, so this is coming from, I haven't had that many. I'm not I know I'm from Philly, so I feel I have to be a cheesesteak spokesperson, but I haven't really had that many. I'm not the biggest fan of them, but whenever I have had them, I don't get onions. Some people get onions on them. I don't get onions on it. Okay. And I would say there's so many debates, what's the best cheesesteak in Philly, that kind of thing. I've always gone to, usually, I think the ones that I've had are Pat and Gino's. That's
those are the more authentic ones from what I understand.
Yeah. I think so. That's where that was my, whenever I would get one, that's what I would go to. But I'm trying to think of some of the other ones. There's a place in South Philly, I forget what it's called. but there's such a debate. So for me, I'm like a very simple, I would just get like the steak. I like a chicken cheese steak too. I know that's like,
Yes. No,
but
that's not weird. I
yeah,
just got hooked on them.
I
Listen.
think chicken cheese steaks are really good. I honestly kind of prefer them more than just cheese steaks, but I would say just like for me, I'm good with like just the meat and like some cheese. Like I said, no onions for me. I'm not into the whole onion thing, but some people are, which is fine.
No, listen, I'll throw a no filler on this show. We got it.
Yeah.
It's all good.
But yeah, for those, I feel like the basic the better. If you can, like, the more basic ingredients the better. I feel like if you don't, it's a signs of a good cheesesteak if you don't need a lot of stuff to make it taste better. Like this, if it tastes good simple, then I would say you're doing a pretty good job.
I'm trying to tell you, Pastor Keegan, listen, she is just killing it right here because, listen, trust the integrity of the product. If you have to add all this nonsense to it, so
then it must not be that good.
Then it's not going to be that good. Then what are you doing? Like, go sell real estate. Like, come on now. Cheese whiz or provolone cheese? That's what I'm curious of because I'm used to it down here with provolone cheese, but everybody's like, oh, the cheese whiz is the way to go. And I'm like, that's nasty.
Yeah, I would go with you. I would say provolone cheese. I don't really like the idea of cheese whiz. Kind of, I don't know. I feel like, yeah, provolone cheese, I would go with that. Like, I always do even provolone cheese, like on a meatball sub. I love provolone cheese on like a meatball sub or anything like that. So
I've never had.
Really?
I've never. So I just had a meatball for the first time about a month ago because they always scared me.
That's okay. That's okay. Understandable.
But they're like really good. I was like, oh my gosh! Like I've never had meatballs with spaghetti.
Such a simple meal, but so good. I think.
So what's the most irrational fear that you've had? Like that you've ever had? Because I just admitted mine was meatballs.
I was like one summer there was like a summer I like couldn't go into the ocean because of like sharks, and I like knew that they weren't like I just like I couldn't do it. I would wade in, and if I couldn't see past like a certain point, I don't know.
McKenna,
also, sorry, go ahead.
No, that is so real.
Yeah, now I'm fine. Like I still in the back of my head, I'm like, okay, let's be cautious. But now I like can go in the ocean and fine. But there was one summer I forget how old I was. I wasn't like too young. I was probably in like middle school or something. It was also the summer, conveniently. Do you ever hear the movie Soul Surfer?
Oh yes.
Yeah, it was also this conveniently the summer that movie came out. So I don't think that helped. No. But yeah, I couldn't go in the ocean because
I was in the ocean at New Smyrna Beach. Some friends. Okay. Was it my senior year of high school or something like that? We're just chilling in the ocean and just moving around, and I see something like out of the water or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so we're like, oh, I wonder, is that a dolphin or something like that? And this kid and his dad, he puts on his goggles, he dives in. He goes, oh, look, Dad, a shark. And everybody looks in like a shark. I ran. I ran
running out with you.
I listen, I was pushing listen, I'm sorry. I saw that. And I saw the fin sticking out. So we're like, oh, man, well, cool. No, that was a shark. Yeah. And it was coming like toward listen. Yeah. So when you say you were afraid, I'm with you. I'm with you 100%.
I couldn't do it. There's been times even like stingrays. People are like, oh my God, a stingray just swam by. And I'm like, oh, out. I'm going out. I'm getting out. Okay. That's all I need to know.
I don't see why people find this stuff fascinating.
Yeah, I mean, I think it just depends on the person. Like my one cousin, he is like in marine biology, and he finds it so fascinating, and like he would love that. But me personally, I'm like, it's not my thing. I love the ocean, and I love like seeing things from afar. Just when they come close to me, I don't really like that as much.
I feel yes.
I think they're so cool. They're such cool creatures, but like far away.
Yes, far away. Let's not have an up close and personal experience
Exactly.
and stuff. No, I'm not trying. Like when
Yeah.
people, we would go, we have SeaWorld down here in Orlando.
Okay.
And so they would have this big tank and they were like, you can touch the stingray. And so they would have you put your hand on it. And as they kind of went by, you could touch the back of it. I'm like, you guys are absolutely back crap crazy. There's no, especially when Steve Irwin died. I'm like, y'all still doing this?
Yeah.
I am not going to be another statistic for animal violence. Like that's not going to be, no animal's going to kill me today. So no, I'm with you on that. When you're not running and not watching the Bravo television series, what is life like for McKenna Keegan? What are some of the things that you do for fun or that you consider fun?
I do like to read. I do enjoy reading. If I'm home, definitely just hanging out with my family or friends or anything like that. I like being social, I would say. In terms of like, I like talking to people and like being around people. I enjoy, I mean, obviously it's nice to like regroup on your own and stuff, but I'm the type of person where I do enjoy being around people. So any sort of like social activity or any sort of like just going, even like going to like a farmer's market where there's just a lot of people around, like stuff like that. Like I enjoy like doing stuff like that. But yeah, I do like reading. Like I said, if I'm home or around family, I love like hanging out with my cousins or seeing or being with like my sisters and stuff like that. But I'm trying to think of anything else that I do like to cook. I like to cook and I like to bake certain things. Not bake everything, but certain things.
Certain things.
But I do enjoy cooking and like trying new things and stuff like that. So I like sometimes I'm tired, so I don't always look forward to making dinner, but I usually do look forward to trying new recipes and like making dinner. I do enjoy cooking.
Distance runners who have to run like 60 miles a week and then have to come, or 60 miles a day and have to come home and make dinner deserve an extra medal, because that's tough.
Yeah,
that is tough.
When I do make some meals, sometimes I make enough for it to be like 2 or 3 dinners. So like that second and third night, it's always really nice when you already have something and you can just, but I just think it's better when it's like freshly made. So sometimes I just suck it up and I'm like, all right, I'll just make something. But I agree. There's some days where I like get back and I'm like, the last thing I feel like doing right now is make dinner.
It's cooking, and then it's like you can't spend too much money because you have to be like conscious. But sometimes it's just like, dang. Especially you guys lift weights, and then you have training 1, training 2, and recovery. It's like, oh my gosh, can the food? It's like Spy Kids when they had that microwave, and they had all the options, and you press the button, and a Big Mac with fries and a drink just popped up. Like that's what the runners need. What's your go-to meal that you cook, or your favorite meal?
My favorite meal is probably chicken parm.
Snap. Okay.
I don't know if that's my favorite meal to cook. I mean, I've made it before, but if I really like chicken parm. And to cook, I mean, I do like making chicken parm. Sometimes it's just a lot of steps. So sometimes not as much. I'm trying to think. I mean, I like pasta and pasta dishes. So I would say I like making stuff with pasta for sure. Trying to think of my favorite meal to cook. I don't really know if I have one. I like making a lot of different stuff, I guess. But chicken parm is definitely my favorite meal to eat. And I've made it before. It's just I don't make it myself that often.
No, I actually found a bootleg way to make chicken parmesan.
Oh, really?
Yes. So
mind sharing?
I got you. So you get the slices of provolone cheese.
Okay.
And then you get the chicken cutlets. So people get the chicken breast and they, use the mallet.
Cut them in half and beat them down.
No. Buy you some cutlets. Cutlets because it saves time. You do the egg wash and the flour, and then put it on, obviously the stove to brown it. Then what I do is I don't cook it in the marinara. I put the cheese on top of the chicken, cook the
Mm-hmm.
chicken in there, boil the noodles, boil the
Yeah.
marinara, and then you go noodles, sauce, chicken, sauce.
Oh.
It's crazy, but it saved me 25 minutes
Yeah.
and
That
everything.
doesn't sound in that you're getting all the ingredients still, I feel like you're still getting
Yeah.
all the
And
crucial
this,
parts.
yeah. And sometimes, like, if it's like, okay, if I want it to blend together, all you do is just put a little bit more sauce and just a little bit more cheese, and then just stick it in the oven for maybe 2 or 3 minutes to let everything
Yeah.
melt. And then it just kind of blends in and
Mm.
stuff like that. So, man, that is impressive. What about baking?
Baking. What do I like to bake? I like muffins. I don't make them that
Oh,
often.
muffins are
'Cause
tough, but that's
yeah.
impressive.
I don't really make them, but I like eating them. I like right now, I feel like banana bread or pumpkin bread because it's like
Oh
fall,
boy.
winter, like those are I had some bananas that I wasn't gonna eat. So I made banana bread a couple of
Oh,
weeks ago. So that was really good. And it's when it gets like colder and you can like heat it up a little bit and have
yes.
but yeah, I feel like right now pumpkin breads, like banana breads, especially like fall season, I feel like those are always good go-tos to have.
Warm banana bread with maybe a little scoop of ice cream or something like that. That
Mm.
it's a slappable occurrence. I'm
Yeah.
just saying. So last question before we switch gears and wrap this thing up with a bow. Since it's the holiday season, what if you were just like, okay, I'm watching the holiday bake championships.
Mm-hmm.
Is there something that you think you would try? Like if you had to make like a custom,
Mm.
like what do you think would be the item that you would try to kind of piece together?
Maybe something because if I was trying, I've never really made anything like apple crumb or apple like pot, like anything like that. So I feel like maybe to try to make something like a cinnamon apple crumb something. I don't know.
Oh
That
my
sounds good.
gosh.
But I don't
Yes.
think I wouldn't even know where to start with that. I would have to look it up. So,
We made so I've past couple holidays we made apple pie and peach cobbler.
okay.
Yeah, you got to do it on the day you're not running
Yeah.
because I didn't know
It's a
either because
process.
it's like you got to par bake the crust because if you don't then like the filling will seep through it and then
Mm-hmm.
it just but that would actually be cool. Like I would actually be curious to see like if honestly speaking of reality television if like Bowerman faced off against Union, faced off against just some of the different running groups in like a cookie challenge or
Oh,
something
wow.
like that. And
That could be
I can
fun.
definitely see like you making yourself into a cookie with like the Union Athletic Club, lining and stuff like that, or the Villanova lining. Either or. Either or works. I think that would be fun. Actually, here's the thing about distance, and I asked this, in previous question, if track and field had a reality television show
Mm-hmm.
and you did all the distance running groups like paired up against each other, I do not think it would work for distance runners
Yeah.
because you guys are too nice and you guys know each other.
That's
There's like
true.
a drama.
You
Now,
do get to know people through races and stuff.
yeah. Now, I would love to see the sprinters,
Yeah.
and stuff like that, go at it. But I don't know. I just thought that would be an interesting kind of thing to piece together.
Mhm.
Switching gears. What is the biggest thing that you've learned as a runner that you take with you to this day?
Mm. Wow. Um, Running, the sport of running can teach you a lot. Because I think it's taught me that every every like lesson and every setback is worth it. Like no matter I don't want to call it failure, but like I'll call it a setback. Every setback or every like missed goal is worth it because it has helped me like you can take it to your next race. Like there's always another opportunity. There's always another chance. There's always another race. So I think for me, and I feel like you can apply that, we'll be able to apply this like later on in my life as well, is that every setback or every lesson I've learned and every disappointment I've had after a race, like if I need to take that and turn it into something positive, like you can't dwell on things because you just have to keep looking forward. And if you dwell on something too much, it's just going to like bog you down and like create negative thoughts. And in this sport, like there's no time to have like a lot of negativity in your mind through races. Like it's so mental at times. So you have to be able to like kind of take those negative thoughts and transition them quickly into a lesson learned. So I would say for me, I've learned that every like missed goal or setback or missed opportunity has been worth it. It's like hard to see it in the moment, but looking back now, because it teaches you so much, I feel like, and you just have to keep looking forward and keep looking ahead at the next race. And there's always going to be another race. And I think that will happen. I think that will be something I can carry with me, like I said earlier, throughout later on in life, is I just feel like the sport of running is super applicable to anything in life. You pour a lot of work and a lot of energy to sometimes just one like 2-minute race, and sometimes it doesn't go your way and you just have to keep moving forward. I think I've just learned to keep moving forward no matter what.
That's awesome.
And I try to keep it light. I try to keep it light and fun, because if you're not having fun with it and you're not enjoying it, like you're not going to do well. For me, I'm like, you need to be loving what you do to be successful. And right now I'm loving what I'm doing. And if that ever changes, I think I'll have to like sit down and like take a look at what's changed in my life or anything. But right now I love what I do. And I think if that attitude and that keeps happening, then I think then you can be successful at what you choose to do.
Last question, then we'll get to the very, very, very last quick segment. Pretty much, how do you not let this sport define you?
I would say I've talked about them a lot, my family, to a lot of that. I think that no matter what happens on the track, I can go to them and I don't have to be a runner. Like I'm not a runner to them. I'm just McKenna. And we talk about life and we talk about whatever. Like I think just surrounding yourself with family and friends that appreciate you for the person that you are, that like has helped me a lot, because I can step off the track and have a good race or a really bad race. And if it's a good race, I get like, it's not, I don't know how to say that. I'm trying to think of the right words to say it, but it's not my defining characteristic to them. They knew me before I was a runner. Like my good friends and family members knew me before I was a runner, and they have loved me when I wasn't a runner, and they love me when I am a runner. So they love me after a good or a bad race. So I think I have to give a lot of credit to my family and longtime friends for kind of keeping me grounded in the fact that running is a big part of my life, but it's not the only thing that I have to offer to this world. And I hope that I try to keep a laid back personality about things, and I try to keep an open mind about things and try to look at the positives in everything. So I think all of those things combined kind of helps me not be defined as just a runner, I guess.
No, that's, I lied. This is the last question for rapid fire.
Okay.
When you, let's just say, we'll call it here first. You make the team in the 800, 2023 Budapest, but even more so 2024 in Paris. Okay. What's the first thing that you want to try when you get to Paris, food-wise?
Maybe a baguette, like a bakery that has like a fresh baguette or like a fresh French pastry or something like that.
Oh boy, yeah.
Would be it.
That's epic, literally. And here's the thing, McKenna, if you haven't gone back and watch her 800 racing, you will see she has a kick that is lethal. Like it's like like when you see those zebras and animals kick, and like if you get hit with it, you die on the spot. That's how powerful her kick in the 800 is. So listen,
Well, thank you.
If she make the team, you heard it here on Lactic Acid first. But you have survived the interrogation process. Now it's time for the fun stuff. It's been fun. We are going to a segment called Down the Home Stretch. I'm going to ask you a few rapid fire questions, and I want you to answer them to the best of your ability.
Okay.
If you do not, it's okay. I don't care.
Okay.
Like I say, it's all good.
Okay.
You are competing to be on the medal stand, where so many have gone before you to win gold medals, and you are competing to be in that category. Are you ready?
Yes.
If there was a food that you had to live with and a food that you could live without, what would they be?
Live without bananas. Live with chicken parm.
So if I ask you to,
does it have to be just one food, or is it a meal? Is it?
It's up to you.
Okay.
It's up to you. If I ask you to elaborate, then that doesn't count against the time. Bananas. Okay. Now, we were just talking about banana bread.
Okay, so I have to clarify that. I don't mind the taste of them in something. I cannot eat a banana.
Really?
I think it's the texture. It's just the taste. I don't mind the flavor of like a banana and banana breads. I love it in smoothies. I love it in banana breads, but
it's just weird.
I can't eat a straight up banana.
I will say this.
I haven't been able to.
A bad banana will make you throw up. I'm just doing that.
Well, maybe that's good because that I don't eat them.
because the taste is so it has such a pungent taste.
I can't do it. But I love banana, because people always ask me that, because I would always say bananas are probably one of my least favorite foods. They're like, but you love banana bread. I'm like, but it's the texture. That's just a straight up banana. I can't do it.
Yes, anything but the real thing. I feel that. Mm-hmm. Okay. If you had to be a guest on a Food Network show, what show would you choose?
Oh gosh, I'm trying to think of Food Network shows. Is Cupcake Wars on the Food Network?
Close enough.
Okay.
Okay. I don't. Yeah, we'll just say it made an appearance for a year. If there was anybody in the world that could narrate your 800 race, who would you choose?
I like listening to Carrie Tollefson. She went to Villanova.
Yeah.
I think she's so fun. I think she would do a great job.
Shout out to Tolle Run. She came on the show and she dropped some serious Villanova swag. So hey, I got two going to Villanova. Yeah, she was on the show and she busted out a few dance moves. It was lit. Everybody go check that out. So
I think she's just so fun. I think she'd make the race so much fun. She'd make it like so much more entertaining than it actually was on the track, I feel like.
Yes, like you feel the energy, like you feel like you're there, and everything. All righty. If there was a song to describe what it's like to run the 800, what would the song be?
Oh God. Something about, I don't even know what the song would be. I might have to write one, but something about it's painful, but it's worth it in the end. Like it's a lot of emotions you go through, I feel like. But I love it. So
what about Lose Yourself by Eminem?
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Yeah, palms sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy.
Yeah.
Mom, are you sweating already? But that may be after the race.
That's true. That's after the race. That's like, yeah. The 800s. I mean, I don't know. I haven't raced other events, so I feel like it's hard to say.
800 is good enough. That's hard enough. You're good. You don't need to do anything else. Deep dish or New York style pizza?
New York style.
Okay, I like that answer. Dream vacation spot?
Somewhere on a beach. I love the beach. So like somewhere maybe in the Caribbean or like Hawaii or something like that, but something with like clear blue waters, the sun, the sand. I'm a beach person.
Okay, I like that. Best era of television?
Oh. I would say probably like the early 2000s, late like 90s, like sitcoms, or like around that time period. I would say maybe 80s, like stuff with like Friends. I love I don't know when Friends came out though.
Friends was in the, I'll count Friends. Friends was in the 90s.
90s, yeah. So I would say like the TV shows kind of around that. I think that was good.
Okay. Were you Team Disney Channel or Team Nickelodeon?
Disney Channel.
Okay, so you're like the That's So Raven, Hannah Montana.
Yes.
All
yes.
that like stuff. Okay, I ain't mad at it. Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Okay, that's a good follow-up question. What was the best High School Musical? 1, 2, or 3?
3.
Whoa, boy. Okay.
Yeah.
That
I have always said that. I don't know. I don't know if it's a popular opinion or not, but I think 3 was good.
Okay, well, I listen, all thriller, no filler. We do not discriminate on this show. So if you thought 3 is the best, then we will roll with 3. A couple more questions. When is too early to jam out to Christmas music?
I personally think you wait until like Thanksgiving or after Thanksgiving, maybe a little bit before Thanksgiving, but I can't. I love Christmas music and I love Christmas time. I like think it's a whole season within itself, but I think if there's too much, like I walked into a Home Goods the other day and it was just Christmas everywhere. I was like, we haven't had, what about Halloween and Thanksgiving? Give them their time. But I think like middle of November is when I would probably start. I know some people are like November 1st or something like that, but I think I have to wait a little bit longer.
I ask this question and I get my heart broken every time because I'm one of those. I'm afraid to tell you. I don't want to tell you. I'm kind of scared now.
Oh, no, it's okay. It's okay.
I do low-key Christmas music on the first day of fall.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Low-key, and then we build up over time.
Yeah.
I still listen to regular music,
no,
but
I appreciate that. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't go all in. Like, I think that's too much.
Yeah.
You know, and I will say this. I like to see Thanksgiving decorations, you know, prior to seeing Christmas decorations and stuff like that. So, but everybody's doing it a little earlier when it comes to the decorations and stuff. Like, I don't put my tree up until like November.
Okay.
And stuff, because you still have to have time to enjoy it. All right, a couple more questions. Dream concert to attend.
I like Taylor Swift concerts, but I've been to one, so I don't know if that would be a dream concert because I have been to her concerts.
So I will say this because I've actually been to a Taylor Swift concert too.
Okay.
Country Taylor or this version of Taylor?
The most recent one was like this version of Taylor. So I really liked it. I think she's a good performer. I think even if you like don't like her music, I think you'll be so entertained by her concerts. That's what I've always said.
Okay.
But I don't know. She's definitely evolved because I mean some of her classics I feel like are the country ones, and those just will never get old for me. But I can appreciate her new music too. I think it's really good.
You are a true born Swiftie.
I guess I don't know if I'm like. There's definitely people who are bigger fans than me. Like I don't know enough to like be like I'm a diehard Taylor fan, but I mean I know like her songs from before.
There are some interesting people who love Taylor Swift, so we will leave it at that. All right, 2 more questions. If they made a movie about your life, who would be the actress that you wanted to portray your character?
Oh my gosh, wow. I just watched a movie with Mila Kunis. I don't know how to say her name.
Okay, yeah, you said it right.
She was I can
see that.
I was impressed by her, and I feel like she's like dark hair. She's a little shorter. I think she's a little shorter. I'm a little taller, but
it's Hollywood, you know, they can give her some stilts or something.
Yeah, like you're right. But she was good. She's always been good in the movies I've seen. And she's just on the top of my head because I just watched a movie with her in it. So
I can see that. I can definitely see that. Last question.
Why I also love Blake Lively. I'll throw that out there.
I can see that too. I can see that too. Gosh, so many. But like, here's the thing. They can't keep up with you on the track. So you
thanks.
automatically have a disadvantage. Last question. Why does kindness matter to you?
Oh, that's a good question. And I would say kindness is like one of the most important things that you can display towards somebody. For me personally, I always try and put that first before anything else. I'm always like, you have no idea what people in this world are going through. Like there's so much happens that's behind closed doors, and the smallest, littlest thing can make someone's day. So I always say, if you do anything in your life, I like hope that if there's anything in my life, I'd rather be remembered for being kind than being like a great runner. Like I just think that is so important. Because you just have no idea what's going on in anybody's life, and you can make even a minuscule difference in someone's life just by saying something nice to them or showing a little extra patience. Then I think it's so important.
McKenna, I am proud to say that you are the second Villanova guest behind Carrie who has reached the gold medal stand.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
So yes, you killed it. You killed it.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. Tell the people where they can find you, where they can support your journey.
I'm really just on Instagram. My Instagram handle is at mkeegan123. I have a Facebook, but don't really use it. And I have a Twitter, but I haven't really used that in a while either. So I would say Instagram is like the main social media.
Yeah, Instagram is hard enough to manage.
Yeah.
The other two, we only use Facebook for birthdays and everything.
Yeah, so exactly.
It's all good. I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to come on this show. I do believe, listen, if you're not the 50th, but if you're not the 1-year anniversary guest, it's in the same group. So thank you for kicking off, celebrating this special occasion with Lactic Acid. Thank you everyone for your continued support, and we will catch you next time.
Thank you.